Alright. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, awesome.
Alright.
How are you?
Today, thank you for joining us in our discussion today about Islamization of Human Knowledge Project. Okay. Before we start, can you tell me about your background or what are you doing now?
Okay, thank you, Hakim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Nur Khalila Atika binti Muhammad Uthman. Currently working as a teacher in Institut Kemahiran Belia Negara Pekan in Pahang. As an English teacher for almost 9 years, insyaAllah. So that's all about me.
Oh, I see. English teacher, right? At IKBN Pekan.
Yes.
Okay, so can we start the interview?
Inshallah, let's try. Let's make it happen.
Okay. So the first one, what is the Islamization of Human Knowledge IOHK project? So are you familiar with this project?
I am not that familiar, but I've heard a few times. I think it's like twice
Yes.
on IKIM FM, radio IKIM FM.
Yes.
But I don't really take it seriously since not my field, but I take it into account. So I've heard of the term Islamization of human knowledge before.
Oh, so you just familiar a little bit?
Yeah.
Just little. I see.
And I also made some study research before doing this interview lah. And for the sake of helping Brother Hakim to fulfill his assignment.
Thank you. Okay.
So to answer your question just now, when we talk about knowledge, all right, the word knowledge itself, it reminds me of a verse in the Quran, Surah Al-Alaq. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Iqra means read in the name of your Lord. Who created everything. So created everything, every single thing in this world comes from the God, from Allah, right?
Yes.
Including knowledge. So when I first heard of Islamization, meaning that something is being Islamized. So in this case, the human knowledge. So I think the word Islamization, this project, it integrates Islamic principle with Islamic principles and values with the Western or contemporary or modern knowledge to integrate the values, right?
Yes.
So that's what I understand about the meaning of IHK. Some more. For example, in parenting, so Western people, they would ask parents that parents should avoid themselves from hitting their children. If the children are making any mistakes, the parents cannot hit the children. But while in Islam, there is a hadith narrated by Abu Dawud, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
stating that children at the age of starting at the age of 10 years old can be hit if he or she didn't perform the salat, right? Didn't perform the prayer. So it
Yes.
must the hadith itself um, comply the mm, Islamic values, Islamic principles, not just only logical or science uh, knowledge.
Yes.
That is for an example. Mm-mm.
Okay, so the what you can express there, yeah. The meaning of Islamization of human knowledge, right?
Mm. Is it correct?
Yes. In Islam also teach us about how to teach the children properly and with apa, in yeah, young ages. Yeah. So for the next question, how did the concept of Islamization of human knowledge emerge and why?
Mm, in my opinion, what I have learned before, basically it started in the era of after the World War II end.
Mhm.
Um, so many Muslim countries has gotten their own freedom. So the Muslim scholars have more time to think about rebuilding the nations, rebuilding the knowledge, Islamic knowledge.
Mhm.
Uh, um, before sorry, um, after 100 years of colonization, being colonized by the Western, kan? So there are some separation between the religious knowledge and science. So it has been separated. So that is what we call secularism, right?
Yes. Like
Secular.
they separate the fardu kifayah and fardu ain.
Okay.
Mm.
That is, I think, that is when the scholars, Islamic scholars, started discussing about the concept of IOHK,
Mm.
and that's how maybe how the IOHK emerged.
See. So there's other reason for why the IOHK that emerged or something else.
Um,
What your
okay,
opinion?
maybe to add some more to the point just now,
Mhm.
uh, there are cultural to maintain the culture and religious identity,
Mhm.
so that the integrity of Islamic culture and the thought, it preserve it in apa to face uh, encounter the dominant secular and Western paradigms.
See. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I
So
hope that helps.
that's for the second question. For the third question is, can we proceed?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Inshallah.
why is the Islamization of human knowledge considered necessary?
Of
Is
course,
it important?
it is necessary um, to discuss this as whole, kan, the Islamization. Number one, because in a globalized world, it is important to maintain the integrity of Islamic culture and the thought. So, this project actually helps preserve these identities against dominant secular and Western paradigms, like I said in the second question just now. And it is also to emphasize spiritual, moral, intellectual, and social growth, uh, so that IOHK promotes an educational model that fosters overall personal development. Yesterday, I've also watched a video. Uh, I'm not sure what is the full name of that Muslim thinkers, Professor Dr. Kamal Mustafa, something like that.
Dr. Kamal Hassan.
Dr. Kamal
Hassan.
Hassan.
Ah,
I watched his YouTube video
ah,
explaining on IOHK, and it is really a, 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 a brilliant ideas to and brilliant uh, empowerments
ah,
to take by the IIUM, if I'm not mistaken,
yes.
mm,
Well,
to promote the educational model lah.
so for the this because necessary because for the teaching in adab also, right?
Teaching adab.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, teaching adab. Even me myself as a teacher, I I taught. Sorry, I'm teaching
Mm.
students with age ranging from 18 to 35 years old.
Oh,
Even this group of students, although
yes.
they are considered as young adult or adult, the manner, the adab itself is still not still doesn't uh, properly built up.
I
You know
see.
what I mean? So I think this it is a crucial initiative for IOHK to make movement on this. Yeah.
I see. So yeah, that's that's why the this project need to spread to other country also.
Everyone should know about this.
Yes. All right. So for the next question, how does Islamization of human knowledge aim to bridge the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific disciplines? Can you explain?
Okay, bridge the gap. Of course, when we talk about traditional Islamic scholarship, um, traditional means uh, is it lame? How should we interpret traditional?
Maybe in what the thought or ideas in this modern era, uh, which is sekolah pondok
Sekolah
maybe,
bodoh, okay.
or other thing like
I see. Okay, so traditional. Traditional means uh, it
or
is.
maybe
Sorry.
uh, or like they think the education of Islamic is like the old for old education, not for the modern era only.
I see. Maybe for the modern country or modern people, they'll say religion is not something for everyone. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so IOHK can bridge the gap, of course, by integrate Islamic perspective across various disciplines, ensuring students receive a balanced education. As we know, if we talk about science, right?
Yes.
Sometimes, or most of the time, science could not uh, provide a solution without a divine guidance. For
Mm.
example, uh, when we discuss on why do Allah created pig.
Mm.
So science explanation, we say um, there are some bacteria in the uh,
The bad
uh,
things.
uh, sorry,
The bad things in the pig.
the pectin, the enzyme in the saliva of the pig that helps with the apa,
Gelatin.
uh, uh, genetic the growth of plants. So
Ah,
the pig will help uh, um, human to plant something with the planting kan. But
yes.
in Islam, Allah created pig because it is a test for human being, because
Mm,
we
yes.
maybe it can be a food for some people, but we as Muslim cannot eat the pig. So
Yes.
the gap between Islamic perspective and science can be how do we call that, decreased
Yeah.
by this project IOHQ.
Um,
So that is one thing. Another thing is, um, uh, through it is also can be done through the collaborative projects, in which it encourages interdisciplinary research that combines insights from traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific discipline, fostering mutual enrichment. I think that's all for
oh,
uh,
okay, okay.
uh,
So we proceed to the final questions. Um, what are some indicators of the academic contributions, the Islamic or Islamization of human knowledge project?
indicators, the
Yes.
indicators of the academic contributions. So as for the indicators, for me myself, the netizen, rakyat marhain,
Yes.
uh, uh, not in this field, I believe that uh, the establishment of research centers and institutes, including IIUM,
Yes.
Institute Kefahaman Islam IKIM, they are dedicated to focus on integrating Islamic perspective, values with various academic disciplines.
Um,
And also, I believe when I heard of this term on Akin FM via online, so the speaker said something about conference and seminars, and I
right.
believe that regularly organized conferences, seminars, workshops that bring together all the scholars, educators, students, discuss and to promote the goals of IOHK itself. So
Yes.
I think I believe that these kind of events facilitate intellectual exchange and collaborative research efforts to make sure this project is a success.
I see.
Mm.
Okay, so uh, thank you for all the answers that given from our teacher Kalila. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
So once again, thank you to teacher Kalila for
Okay.
taking the time to share your expertise and insight on the Islamization of human knowledge project. Uh, your contributions are invaluable to our understanding of how Islamic principles can harmoniously integrate with contemporary knowledge. And absolutely, we look forward to seeing the continued progress in impact of this project.
Mm-mm.
Thank you once again for joining us today, and we end our session with Tasbih Kafarah and Surat Al-As.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you for having me too.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.